Good afternoon, everyone. Hope everybody's trying to stay cool. Let's talk a little bit. Coming back at you.
Truth to tell.
It is the Tarrerdome here, and I just got a few things stirring in my spirit. So, welcome everyone to the Tarrerdome. How's everybody doing today? Great. I know it's probably a hot one, and you're trying to stay cool at this present moment. Most of the United States is covered by a heat dome. I think I heard one weatherman call it. I just had a few things stirring around in my spirit, and I just wanted to, I don't know, just sit down and talk with y'all just a little bit about everything that's going on. And why don't we start with first and foremost, what is notional versus factual? I try to stay very much with the factual and the very concrete evidence that's put before me. All we really have to go on is what has transpired and what is real. Um, we can make projections based on things that could happen, but again, they're based primarily on what we deem is good or what we deem is bad. Case in point, when a mortgage company loans you uh, that $200,000 for a home, they're going to run what's called a credit history. Glad I cleared that up. I said criminal history the other night. But based on what you have done and what you have shown, they gather an interest rate or interest altogether, whether they're going to loan you a certain amount of money. Um, it does not mean you are a hater if you say simply, just based on what I see and what I have seen, my projections are this is a good uh, way to invest our money and invest our time and invest our love and invest our energy. Um, if you have seen that, then that's the way you go with it. But if you haven't seen it yet, or if there were some things that gave you pause on your said credit application, repossession here, late payments there, didn't quite make it there, didn't quite make it over there, then you're more apt to say, hey, I'm a little skeptical about this, like a bank, like a credit union, like a loan agency. I don't want to get too far into it, but it is not hate to say, I think I like this credit option versus another one because I've seen things on this credit option. I've seen things like higher ratings. They paid it on time. They built things up versus the other one that for whatever reason didn't do or come across the same way. Am I getting everyone's attention, or is this conveying a little bit? I don't want to be condescending, nor do I want to lose anybody, because the notional versus the factual is a little trick people do, and it's in political service, political, socio economic ways that they do it. is using what's called the hyperbolic paint job. I wrote that in this book called, it's right there. Look at that. Get this in your spirit. If you're on Amazon, if you're on Books a Million, if you can get anybody now, it's in that book about the conversation to have with some folks. And they can do a hyperbolic paint job. Case in point, the great Lyndon Baines Johnson. Uh, he was our president after the assassination of John F. Kennedy. He did a lot of great things. And then when he did them, the reporters would come back to him and say, well, yeah, but you didn't do this. Yeah, but you didn't do that. Yeah, it's not that. And he said, I could walk across the Potomac River and there will be 100 witnesses in this media. And the report the next day would read, LBJ can't swim. It's just that type of hyperbolic paint job that people will give you. And it happens for a lot of us. So we endure. Uh, some people will take it and just act as if they hope it goes away, but not the kid. I got too many means and too many ways to come back and make my point expressively complete and let you know this is where I stand. Are we in agreement without me saying too many things? I'll leave it at that. Uh, Here's my next topic here. And thanks for everybody who's watching right now. But my next topic is how important is the offensive line? For the San Francisco 49ers, it is of the utmost importance. It has been my uh, experience in watching football, in playing football, in coaching football. The offensive line should be and usually is an extension of your defense. Why do you say that, young preacher? Amen. I'm going to go ahead into it. It's like that because back in the day, some of the best offensive lines went against the premier, incredible defenses of the day. Whether it was the 76 Steelers, whether it was the 2000 Ravens, the '02 Bucks, or the 2013 Legion of Boom in Seattle, even the '84 San Francisco 49ers, and who can forget the '85 Bears? They always had good offensive lines because it was a twofold connotation on this one. With a good offensive line, you usually protected your quarterback, and the running back had a lot of success. And I'll run them back again. Those Steelers had Franco Harris. The 2000 Ravens had a cat named Jamal, was it Anderson? Jamal Lewis. Jamal Lewis. I'm sorry. Jamal Lewis. Uh, the Cowboys back in the day had Tony Dorsett. Um, it's just several instances. The 2013 Seahawks had beast mode, and it took the air out of another unit because time of possession, the opposing team, I should say, because time of possession was very, very pivotal. And you can get into what's called your 4 minute offense, and you can just run the clock out, which the last thing a team wants to do with a superstar quarterback and a superstar wide receiver and a suit and all these weapons, the best way to take them out of the game is not to let them in. If you can control the clock, you can methodically run the ball and you can bludgeon them with first down after first down, running the rock. And then when you need it, protect your quarterback with so he can make pinpoint decisions and he has enough time to get the ball out of his hands to playmakers. Whenever the run isn't working, bam, you're going to convert first downs. First downs translates to times of possession. You keep it longer. And then ultimately, you're going to get close enough to where we're just going to run it on in. I say that because the offensive line is of the utmost importance. It's going to, you might not run to get the lead, but your daggone well better keep the lead with your offensive line. With that said, man, I am so excited about the San Francisco 49ers offensive line. First of all, we have the best left tackle this side of Anthony Munoz. Y'all got to go way back for that. Anthony Munoz played in the 80s and he was the premier left tackle in the business. Trent Williams is that dude. He's legendary. He ain't no talking about it, no debate, no discussion, no room for negotiation. He is going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame exactly 5 years after he retires. We had a Pro Bowl alternate center named Brendel. Brendel made, or Jake Brendel, whatever you prefer to say, if you want to get French, Brendel. But he made real valuable strides throughout the season last year. And they rewarded him with a Pro Bowl selection, a Pro Bowl alternate selection. We have Aaron Banks, who just came on like gangbusters. I really thought that I thought we might have missed. I really thought we might have missed with him his first year because he came in a little, I guess, a little soft, and it takes a while with our complexities on offense to get the duo blocks and the pulls and the pivots that the San Francisco 49ers run that Kyle so graciously has designed. But he was really good. As a matter of fact, I thought he would make it as far as the Pro Bowl selection before Brendo. But for whatever reason, he didn't. But he was at least worthy. On the other side of Brendo, there is a rookie that I am just so excited about. He's not a rookie this year, but good Lord, Spencer Burford just looked the part, man. He just came from University of Texas, San Antonio, 4th-round pick, and he's a massive guy. He's a tough kid. And no disrespect calling him a kid, but I'm just, probably twice his age, but he just comes downhill. I seen him latch onto blocks. He started his first year as opposed to, the 49er system of redshirting, and he was just ready to play. He came in serious about playing guard, which I think he was a tackle in college at UTSA. But nonetheless, man, if the adage holds true, or what the trend line sets is true, we're looking for a Pro Bowl offensive lineman to come off this year, and it's usually one of these second year guys. It's usually somebody usually makes that second year jump. So I think quite possibly we're looking at he's targeted as that second year leap guy. And if that's so, three of our five are looking at the Pro Bowl. At least. That's not even saying my ace of spades, my deuce of spades, my little joker coming at you with McKivitz. I think McKivitz, from my understanding, and I've looked at a few, clips of him, he didn't start, but every time I looked, when we had to put McKivitz in, he did a more wonderful job on pass pro than probably McGlinchey did. And McGlinchey, while he got a lot of notoriety, while he got paid, I just never felt. Uh, I never felt like he was quite the guy. And this is 2 years removed, y'all. I just didn't feel like he was the guy. I didn't. And when I saw we played Seattle, we played the Cincinnati Bengals, not last year, but the year before, I kept seeing him being pushed into the lap of Jimmy G, who didn't need anybody in his lap. Uh, Jimmy G, while a professional, while very serviceable, while playing some very good ball before he left, is not known for his athleticism, his pirouetting, his movement in the pocket. Therefore, when you collapse that pocket on him, he feels it probably twice as much as a few others would. I think we can agree. Um, and again, I'm not putting anyone down, but from a statistical, factual side, we got to look at value. What are you getting for what you're paying? And what McGlinchey was trying to ascertain in terms of a salary was not commensurate with the level of productivity that need to be given out for that. Um, we'll keep our eye on him. He's up in Denver. We'll keep a wink out on him, or a side eye, because I know most of us are going to be folks San Francisco 49ers, as well we should be. But there you have it. Um, and another thing, we added depth to the San Francisco 49ers. I'm very excited about Joey Fisher. I'm very excited about Feliciano, because there must be a level of toughness if you're going to complement one of the best defenses that the National Football League has seen 10 years. Our defense is very, very stout, and I'm not going to get into it too much because I'm saving that's a show all into itself. But Feliciano and my man Joey Fisher from Shepherd University, he's a DMV guy. He likes R&B, you know. Um, check out his tape. Look at his measurables. Uh, a good offensive lineman, a strong man does 20 reps on 225. I probably can get in there. I used to be able to get it about 20 times myself when I was, you know, 22, 23 years old. I probably can't do it now. We're looking at 10 reps probably. But this dude did it 40 times, 225. And if you need to feel that strength, everybody within the sound of my voice who's watching me, who has access to a gym, just go throw 225 on that bar. That's two of those 45-pound plates apiece on either side, on both sides, I should say. And you try to do that. The endurance and the strength you got to have to throw that thing up 40 times, you're a powerful individual. Coupled with the fact that when I go back and look at his film, although he was playing at Shepherd University, it matched up to the strength that he portrayed in that measurable. That's the difference. A lot of times people run a really fast 40, and the 40 is not the end all be all, or explosive vertical jump, or a incredible broad jump. Those are measurables and those are indicators. And from that, you go back, look at the film and say, well, is he a 4-3 guy on the field? Are people catching him? Is he 4-5 in the 40, but you get him on the field all of a sudden with pads on and not in his Under Armour, he's running more 4-7-ish, 4-8-ish. That kid was matching it up both ways. He was strong on the bench, and he was throwing them on the ground and throwing them out of the club as a tackle. So I'm excited about that. Um, we got some depth, we got some toughness, we got pass pro, and I really I'm excited about our offensive line, and not to mention a good coach in Chris Forrester. He probably does the best on the podium of all the coaches, and that's all of them. That's including Kyle. That's including our newly acquired Steve Wilkes. He this guy tells you what he does, what he expects, what's going on, and he articulates it very, very well. He leaves no room for debate, no room for discussion, no room for negotiation. This is what it is. We talked about it, and I I I kind of like him. I really do like our offensive line because heck, I like our defensive line. 'Cause we got the greatest coaching staff out there, y'all. Top to bottom, it's no one touching the San Francisco 49ers. Let's be real. Now, I'm gonna switch on over to something very near and dear to my heart. What's hot on film? I being in the 911 business, uh, really indoctrinating myself into the 49ers quite a bit, being on YouTube so much, looking at film of people studying of what it goes into different positions. My relaxation time is watching videos on Netflix, Amazon, Apple, and I'll throw a couple of finds at you if ever you just wanted to relax and just watch a couple of movies. And I don't do it like movie critic guys who just say, well, Out of Africa was just such a great film, but it had the great persons in it, and the cinematography was wonderful, but oh, that New Jack City, that's just a horrible film. It's not Out of Africa. They don't they don't know how to cater to the moviegoer because we're all individuals and we're all kind of looking for something different. So this is what I do. I categorize movies into kind of what I think you're geared for. I'm more of a stylist than I am a designer. Case in point, I call something a grown man alert. Grown man means it's probably some shooting, action. You got a body count, a plot, a twist, some good stunts. And if you want that, grown man alert, check out Extraction 2. Extraction 2 on Netflix. Man, it is getting down. It is getting down. Check out Extraction 2. Another one you might want to check out is The Mother. The Mother on Netflix. That has Jennifer Lopez and Amari Hardwick. It is J Lo doing her thing. She's a an assassin who former assassins are trying to get back at her, and it just takes big twists in that. I don't want to, spoiler alert, but Amari Hardwick, the man we call Ghost, if you like Amazon uh, Ghost on Power, yeah, he's in there too with her. It it's really grown man alert for the ladies. A lot of you tend to like rom coms. I know because my wife is probably on right now or looking at me. She don't like all that shooting and stuff like that. I got what you need. Uh, a perfect gift or the perfect gift. It has Gabrielle Union um, and a few stars in it. Uh, it's on Netflix. It is about Gabrielle Union, a wonderful graphic designer or producer of some sort, gets fired from her job, loses her boyfriend, and has to go to the very vivacious Gina. Uh, Gina, what's her name? Oh man, Gina Torres. Gina Torres. She used to be in on Suits. Who's her nemesis and kind of beg for a job. She gets it, but she's still looking for a man, and she goes out with her friends Lala Anthony and the lady that plays Hen on 911, and somehow she meets a young man, and she's smitten again. It's like love again. You come to find out that's her boss's son, and let the melee ensue. The melee ensues. Everything that happens you think can happen, it'll happen. Those are my three picks, two for the men, one for the ladies who like a little rom com. And if you're into sports, I had one, man, easy on Apple TV, Swagger, produced by Kevin Durant. Man, if you get a chance, O'Shea Jackson's in that one, man. He's playing a high school coach, and it's kind of I guess it's an offshoot depiction of uh of KD coming up in school, but it's taking some major plot twists. It's on its second season, and it's really, really well done. Said Ice Cube Jr. I came up with your dad, man. I'm sorry. That's Ice Cube to me, but he's O'Shea Jackson. He's a great actor. I'm gonna give him his props. He is. Um, it's got some wonderful acting in it. The young man's name is Isaiah Hill, I believe. Isaiah Hill. He's doing a really, really fantastic job. Which brings us to the last one on Netflix, which is number one in the country, produced by the great Peyton Manning, quarterback. It chronicles last season with Patrick Mahomes, Kirk Cousins, and Marcus Mariota. It's inside, outside. They're mucked all up. Man, you're getting some real inside information on this one. It is worth, if you are a sports fan, if you're a lover of football, or even if you're not, Check this out. You'll get real insight. If you don't love the game, you're gonna respect it after you watch these episodes. I finished up this morning watching all 8 episodes. So yeah, it quarterback. It's very, very, very well done. Well, that's my time for right now. Just wanted to address some things. Hope everybody's having a great day. Stay cool. Hydrate. We always say hydrate. God bless each and every one of y'all. Check you out soon.